one of the most original bands in the world right now. Hiatus Kaiyote are a ridiculously talented bunch of Aussie rule breakers. Their latest release, Get Sun, is another astoundingly superb listen. It's probably got broader appeal than a lot of their earlier gear, but don't write it off because man, the groove is so deep. Their stuff is really, really tricky to figure out and even harder to explain. I don't want to make excuses, right, but I'm self-taught. I didn't go to VCA or Berkeley. I'm just a dad who plays some cover gigs and loves talking about music all the time. But anyway, let's give it a red hot crack. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and make some comments and make some requests, and yeah, give me a little bit of feedback here. Get Sun is in A minor, great guitar key, but it's A Dorian minor, so like G major. But you knew that, right? So it's only one note different from an A natural minor, which is the key of C, and that's an F versus an F sharp. So in this song, a lot of the melody and harmony revolves around an F sharp note over the A minor. So the basic structure of the song is A minor 9 for 3 bars, and then C, D, G, C. Little 4-chord turnaround. You know, it's got a lovely napalm guitar part. I think she's playing it like just that sort of A minor 9. Love that riff. That is so funky. It's really, really cool. Occasionally she plays it straight, like I think going into that. But for the way I'm playing it, for the purposes of trying to cop the whole song on one guitar, I'm playing the A minor 9 like this. Open A, 10th fret, C note, 12th fret G note, 12th fret B note. Because I can get that lovely little to imitate the horn section on the start of the song. Then I drop that. So that's going back to a 9, 11, 10. So that's, what's that, like a B minor? And then you can slide and hammer to get back in nice and smooth, and then pull off to that A note on the 10th fret. And then I'm playing a D, A, D. So 12, 14, 15, a little D 5 shape. And then that lick. Second time around, same A minor 9, then a D triad, 12, 11, 10, back to a C triad, 8, what is that, 10, 9, 8, down to a C or A minor 7 triad down here, so 5, 5, 5. Same riff, just playing it down here, because that's where I am. First one again. Then we've got our C, D, G, C. In the intro, I've tried to keep that. So that's 8, 10, 12, 12. Changing it to the D, 12, 11, 12, with a 10 in the root. Then I've got like a G6, so bass note on the 3rd, 3, 5, 4, to a C major 7, 3, 5, 4, 5. Yeah. So that little turnaround, C, D, G, C, that guitar part sounds like a hiatus staple, which is all major 7ths. So there's a couple of spots in the song where you can hear the guitar mixed a little bit. It's in the background, but it's a little bit more forward, and it sounds like Napalm is doing a. So C major 7, 3, 5, 4, 5. Same moved up to D, 5, 7, 6, 7. Then a G major 7 like that, 3, 4, 4, 3. And that exact same shape up at the 8th. For the C major 7, yeah. Yeah, but it's mixed well back, so it's hard to pick that D major 7. But as soon as you do it, you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, that's Hiatus. That's their sound. So then the chorus section of the song. First of all, Nay sings her melody line starts on an F sharp, hence the A Dorian sound of this thing. So at its simplest level, I'd say the chorus chords are A minor, B minor, D, A minor. Then it goes to a modulation chord, whether it be the E minor 11, or a couple of times it's a B11. And once, the last time I think it's like a E13. And the vocal harmony is right up there before it resolves to a minor 11 up there. You could get away with doing that if you're a solo artist and you want to have a sing and sing that. Ready to get some when your heart's not open. But I think to make the chords sound as close to all that noise, all those instruments, what's going on there, it sounds really good if we do an A. It's still an A minor, but you could do that. It's freaking hard to grab really quickly. I think that sounds fine. So I've got a 5, 5, 7, 7. Then the next chord sounds kind of like a, I don't even know what you call that, like a G over it's like a G over a B, but with an A in it. Then the D sounds really good as an 11, and I'm changing that back to a 9, a ninth chord by moving the 11th back to a 3rd. Then an A11, so it'd be an A minor 11, but I'm just not playing the 3rd. Yeah, let me loop this up. Let me play the chord progression with a little melody over it, and you'll hear what I'm talking about here. Okay. But there's something else going on there as well, which is that Paul Bender's bass line in those chorus chords, he's adding a 9th to the A minor, and then a flat 7th to the B minor, or the G over B, or whatever it is. So that means, those, even though he's going up to a 9th, it's still lower than the tonality of the rest of the band, Simon Maven's keys parts and Verocai's string section and so on. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that the A minor chord's already a bit confusing because it's got Napalm's melody of an F sharp on top, and it's got an 11th in it, and it's a very busy chord already. But then Bender's bass is suddenly on the B note. So it's like we've got an A minor 13 over B, just for a couple of beats there. And then the same thing happens when we get to that confusing B minor chord. It sounds like it's got an A bass all of a sudden. Then the D chord, which I'm playing a D11, he goes to a ninth on that as well. The A chord where I'm playing an A11, A minor 11, you can hear in the mix there's a over that each time. So in other words, I think the guitar part is something like this. So that's that first chord. Well, that's definitely a G over A. The other one is like a D over A, but when you do it down there, it just doesn't sound right. It needs the other instrumentation going on. So the closest I'm sort of coming to is just playing. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So that's the tonality that's going on there. Oh, so after the intro, then there's a cool little dual string line that comes in. That's like we can cop that bit. Now, when the vocals come in, obviously that horn line drops out. So I'm just going back to playing. Oh man, Australian music is so damn good. You need to check these guys out. If you don't know who they are, if you don't know who I'm talking about, they're just monstrous. They are so incredibly good. I've just talked about harmony in this little snippet, but one of the things that absolutely blows my mind about these guys is their drummer, Perrin Moss. His just absolutely irresponsible use of 5s and 7s behind his groove. You know, Jacob Collier does that, talks about that stuff a lot, but the first place I heard it really used to great effect was Perrin Moss. It's just insane. His drumming is insane. And then Paul Bender is the bass player, but he's a little bit Thundercat. He's got the 6th string going on, so he's playing all sorts of wizardry. But he is so rock solid, and he's what kind of pins me down when I'm getting way too excited by Perrin's ridiculousness on the kit. And then you've got Napalm out the front, who can just sing these ridiculously wailing, jazzy lines in her own twangy Aussie way over the top. And she's a ridiculously good guitarist as well. Like, Google some of her solo stuff, because I just love her. She plays this like Randy Rhoads shark fin, 80s, whatever it was, Jackson, and plays it, and she's got a look. She's got a bit going on, a bit of jewelry and a bit of tats and a bit of colour about her. So you see her up there with that guitar, and you wouldn't be frowned upon for thinking that she was probably going to play something pretty dark and pretty heavy. But then the sweetness and the jazzy, ridiculous R&B grooves that come out of her. Yeah, she would have written that that groove with that and sung everything over it. She's insane. And then in the midst of it all, you've got Simon Maven, this keys freak, who he's doing that stuff that, I don't know, that's dark arts. I can't even. He's the one who seems to manage to find yet another note that's not in the key to add to each chord. That's not going to clash. It's going to just sound more beautiful and more tripped out. So, yeah, incredible band, and you got to see them live. Oh, gee whiz! All right, enough. Thanks, guys. I'll see you during the week.